A lot of people stay quiet and protect their abusers during narcissistic relationships. And some people stay quiet after the relationship is over. And there's many reasons why people stay quiet and protect their abusers. Some people don't want their abuser to look like a bad person. And sometimes they love and care about them so much that they don't want other people to see them as a bad person either. And they don't want to say anything bad or negative about them. And I would say I'm definitely a victim of that one. It's like we don't want to tarnish their reputation, meaning we don't want their family or friends to know who they really are. And then sometimes we stay quiet because we feel like no one will ever believe us. Because everyone sees a narcissist as this nice and genuine person, because that's the side that they give them. But they give you a different side behind closed doors. And behind closed doors, they're just a whole different person. And so we feel like if we come out and tell the truth, then no one will ever believe us. And we feel like the narcissist would just deny it, and then they'll try to destroy our lives for trying to destroy theirs. And then sometimes we protect our narcissists because we're just like, damn, maybe I'm overreacting. And maybe it's not that deep. And so then we just end up staying quiet. And then truth be told, some people are just afraid of their abusers. And so there's many reasons why people protect their abusers. I know for me personally, I protected my abuser because, for one, as an empath, I'm very empathetic. And so she was a person that I really loved and cared about. And so I didn't want anyone to see her in this negative light, including myself. And I really truly felt sorry for her. And so I stayed quiet so I could protect her. And then also I just felt like I was just overreacting to everything. And I just felt like I needed to stay quiet because it wasn't that deep, I guess. But when we stay quiet for so long, our minds begin to fog up. And we start to forget and ignore all the abuse that's going on. And then the narcissist starts to have mind and emotional control over you. And then when we start to stay quiet about everything, we start to forget who we are, and we don't recognize ourselves. I know for me, I started to not recognize who I was anymore. I experienced a lot of verbal abuse, a lot of emotional neglect, and a lot of reactive abuse. Just a backstory. So I'm a pretty calm and quiet person for the most part. So sometimes the narcissist will poke at me, would be super mean to me to get a reaction out of me, and be verbally abusive, especially when she was under the influence. And when I would speak up for myself and defend myself, I found myself getting so angry and so upset, and even raising my voice and yelling sometimes. And then the narcissist would play mind games with me and just blame me for how I'm reacting to what they just did to me. And sometimes even blackmailing me. And she would blackmail me by trying to record me while I'm reacting to the way that she's treating me. And start saying things like, listen to yourself, listen to how you're yelling at me, listen to how you're talking to me. And then I'll say, but tell them how we got to this point of me having to raise my voice and to yell. I would say, tell them why I'm upset right now. I would say, tell them how abusive you're being towards me right now. Tell them how you're treating me right now. Tell the whole story. And then I would say, don't just start recording to make yourself look like the victim, and just recording the parts that make you look innocent, because that's not the case. And those are the types of things that I had to deal with. And I never told anyone. I never told anyone about the emotional neglect that I went through. I never told anyone how the narcissist would say things like, I don't give reassurance. I don't want to give you reassurance. I don't love like that. I can't speak your love language. Well, go find someone who can love you like that. Well, go find someone who can give you what you need. And just things like that. And those are the types of things that she would say to me when I would ask for like reassurance or ask her to speak my love language for me. And then getting stonewalled and ignored when I tried to express my feelings. And just always neglecting me emotionally when I needed that from her. And just very emotionally childish. And never apologizing for anything. And wondering like, why are you with me if you don't want to give me the bare minimum? And then another thing that I stay quiet about is when the narcissist will put their hands on me when they were under the influence of alcohol. I really stay quiet about this because I didn't want anyone to know about that. And I really didn't want anyone to see her as a bad person. But a lot of times the narcissist will put their hands on me while they're under the influence of alcohol, and then would gaslight me when I defended myself by telling them not to put their hands on me. And then they would gaslight me by saying things like, oh my God, you're the only one who ever says anything. Or, oh, I'm just playing, you're the only one who says anything about it. Like, why are you so uptight? Then I would tell her, I've had to tell you on multiple occasions not to put your hands on me, and you keep doing it. And then you gaslight me after when I defend myself by telling you not to do it. And then I would say, if a man is drunk or under the influence and he's putting his hands on you, he can't say, oh, I'm just playing, or I'm just play fighting with you, because that's not the case, because it's called domestic abuse. And that's what you're doing to me right now. And so don't try to gaslight me and guilt trip me into feeling bad for not accepting your behavior. And so the gaslighting and the guilt tripping is the things that make us question ourselves, and to make us feel like, damn, am I overreacting? Or maybe I'm just tripping right now. But nah, these are the types of things that make you stay quiet. These are the types of things that make you protect your narcissist. And so these are the types of things that I stay quiet about the entire relationship. And not saying that I was perfect, because I wasn't. I have flaws as well. I made mistakes. I messed up from time to time. I handle things wrong sometimes. But the difference between me and the narcissist is when I was wrong about something, I would take accountability. I would apologize. I would ask, hey, is there anything that I can do to change? Is there anything I can do to help our relationship? You don't get those things from the narcissist. They don't apologize. They don't take accountability. They just feel like they didn't do anything wrong, and they stonewall you. They guilt trip you. They gaslight you. So yeah, these are some of the things that I dealt with from the narcissistic relationship. Some of the things that I experienced, and some of the things that I stay quiet about. And if you want to read my full story on the narcissistic relationship that I was in, you can click the link in my bio and read the full story. And despite all the things that I went through and dealt with, I still have empathy for the narcissist. And they would probably deny everything that I just told y'all. And that's okay, because I know the truth and I know what went on. And I'm just telling my story. But did anyone experience anything similar? Let me know down in the comments.